Good morning and welcome to Rosebud Homestead. We're really excited today to show you 5 different condiments that you can make at home. First, just a little bit, as many of you know, as I put in the Sunday blurb that went out on Sunday of this week, we've had a very, very busy 2 weeks. We have taken in Jim's 20-year-old grandson. I claim him as well. And we're going to be having him for a year to help him gain independence so that he can be launched and live on his own. So we are working with him in all sorts of ways, and he's just a delight. Plus, he helps us a lot in age-related things that we can no longer do as well as we once could. So we're delighted to have him. Now, with these 5 condiments that we're going to be making using ingredients from our food storage, he was quite interested in that, and together we made the mustard last night just to test. And I tried to talk him into coming onto this video, but he says right now, he says, I'm too private. And so it may take a while, but we hope to get him on one of these videos. It took Jim a while to put his face in front of the camera as well, so they might be related. In any case, this is really some handy information to have, and provided you prepare and have the right ingredients on hand, many of which, as you see, are just regular things that we would have in our food storage anyway, we can make things like, and here are the 5, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, zippy Utah fry sauce, that's going to be a fun one, and then tartar sauce. These are the recipes, and I've gathered them from all over the internet, plus put my own touch on them. And they will be, this is downloadable. It will be on our recipe page on our website. I will put the link in the below the description, so you will have it and can click right on the recipe page and then just scroll down the list until you find 5 condiments. And then that will be the recipe that you can download. So I have everything lined up here that we need. Vinegar, this is onion powder, garlic powder, this is oregano, this is ground allspice, a little touch of celery salt, salt and pepper, and we start with tomato paste, a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. Now, there are 5 of these. Because our videos are, we like them to be only between 20 and 25 minutes, I'm going to be doing a lot of this off camera, but you will have the recipe. So I'm going to go off camera right now and mix all of these things together in the amounts shown. And then, well, I'll put them in the bowl and then I'll come back when we're ready to mix them together. So I'll see you in just a minute. All right, so here comes the mixing of all of these ingredients together. So it looks like it is certainly going to have about the consistency of ketchup. Well, that was easy. Just stir everything together. There was also a little bit of sugar, which was not mentioned at the beginning too. So there we have our ketchup. So I'm just going to take a little taste. We're going to do official testing at the end. It's different. It's different from the usual ketchup taste that I am used to. It is delicious. It is wonderful. Just kind of like the mustard was last night when we tested it on our hot dogs. So I'm going to jar this up right here, add it to our collection, which we'll build, and then we will come back and test everything with a little bit of a celery stick to see how everything is. So I'll be back with this in the jar. So here is what it looks like. It's just a little bit over a cup. We'll put this in the fridge and let it be cooling, and then we'll bring everything out at the end to taste test with the celery stalk. So back with what's up next. Oh, mustard. And this is the one that we practiced with and made last night. It is so yummy. We had it on our hot dogs and it was just great. I'm so glad to have discovered these recipes because I doubt that I'm going to be buying prepared mustard like this ever again. So the ingredients include powdered yellow mustard, and this is super fine mustard that we found in our local store. So we bought, actually we're stocking up on this now, so this is not the only one. We finished this one, which was in my cabinet, and now we have some of these in our storage. Along with mustard, we use water, white vinegar, turmeric for color, garlic powder, salt, and I used about a quarter of a teaspoon of paprika. So what we have to do is in this bowl, we just put all of our dry ingredients. And here are the spices and everything. And then we have to whisk these until we get all the lumps out. We don't want any lumps. Then we pour in a half a cup of the distilled vinegar, a cup of water, and whisk again. And lumps are now going to show up, so we want to make sure that we can get those out. And it's very runny right now. But the mustard powder is going to absorb most of this liquid in relatively quick time once we get it on the stove. And so once we have it like this, then we pour it into a wide flat pan like this little skillet. And again, I want to be sure that I get all of the ingredients in here. And we stir it up again. And now we're going to take it over on the stove, and I'm going to simmer it on low to medium low until it thickens. Last night it took 5 or 6 minutes. The recipe said it can take up to 10 or 15 minutes. So we're going to get this going, and then I will show it to you when it is thickening up. So we'll be back. It's thickening up just a little bit. It's still not there yet. We'll be back. So you can see that this mustard has thickened up. So it is different than this mustard is. This mustard turned thicker much faster and ended up really thick. So there's going to be some variability in how this turns out. But we're going to go ahead and put it in this cute little decorative jar. Probably too much for the jar, but we'll see. Just to see how cute it would look if we wanted to give it as a gift. There's going to be plenty of room for this. Actually, I'm going to leave it to cool just a little bit. So there it is. It's just the cutest thing, and I'm tasting a little bit. It might even be better than last night's. So in any case, we're fixed with mustard for a while. Next up is mayo. So we'll see you in a minute. Well, here we go with mayo. Now, this one calls for an egg. We do have a video on making mayo without eggs, and I will link that video at the end of this video so you can take a look at it if you don't eat eggs. Now, this one calls for, and what I have in the bottom of this jar is 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a pinch of salt, a tablespoon of white wine vinegar, and then just a little pinch of cayenne pepper. So the technique for using a stick blender or an immersion blender is this. You put it down in the bottom. And then if you're going to be doing a food processor or a blender, you would not do what I'm about to do. But since we're using a stick or an immersion blender, then we pour all of the oil over the top of that. Then I'm going to turn it on high, and we're going to leave it at the bottom for just maybe 60 seconds so that it forms a very thick and emulsified chunk of mayo at the bottom. And then we're going to slowly lift the blender until everything is mixed in. So we'll see if this works. So it is going to go in on high. So we're forming a nice white emulsified layer right here. So I'm going to start going up just very gradually until it's working everything else in. So we've got lovely mayo. And I'm going to try to get some of this off the top. I'm going to give it a quick taste. And I'm going to add just a bit of lemon juice. That was just a tablespoon of lemon juice, and we're just going to stir it up one more time. And there is our mayo. It is beautiful. It will even thicken up a little bit more as it chills. Oh, it's beautiful. It's silky, it's smooth, it's lovely. All right, this is going in the fridge, and we are going to be moving on with our zippy Utah fry sauce. So we'll be back in a moment. So if you ever visit Utah and you order in a restaurant French fries, you may be asked the question, would you like fry sauce? And you may not have a clue what that even means. Fry sauce originated back in the 30s in Salt Lake City. It's been borrowed several other places, but Utah has staked its claim that we were the first to develop it. And it's quite a thing of pride in our state, along with other weird foods like green jello and funeral potatoes are just so specifically Utah. So what is fry sauce? Well, it is just a mixture of mayo and ketchup. In certain restaurants keep it highly secret. The proportions of mustard to mayonnaise may fluctuate, but basically it's a mustard and mayonnaise mix, and it is really good. And so we're going to be putting together a zippy version of Utah fry sauce, and we have taken 3/4 of a cup of our just made mayo. And this is going back in the fridge. And 3 tablespoons of our just made ketchup. Isn't this convenient that we already have these made? So here's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of Worcestershire. And some purists in Utah would think I've just adulterated it. Maybe so. And the garlic powder, what is this? Garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper are all right here. We're going to put those in. And now we're going to mix our fry sauce. Oh, it's just perfect. Probably rivals anything in the near area. And just a little taste. Oh, so good. We're going to put it in this jar in the refrigerator and come back with our final condiment before the great taste test. So we'll see you soon. So here we go with the last one, which is tartar sauce. Now, I should let you know that for this entire 5 condiment video, we only had to go to the store to get 2 things. Jim had to pick up some more bread and butter pickles. We were out of those. And then we were almost out of the yellow mustard. Everything else I already had on hand. And so our food storage as is, and as we are now stocking up on the mustard powder and a couple of more bottles of these, we could make these condiments at the drop of a hat if necessary. So with the tartar sauce, I already have half a cup of the mayo, and it is our homemade mayo, and wow, it looks really, really good. I have I'm going to be adding a half a cup of chopped bread and butter pickles. The capers are already in. Then I'm going to add the other dry ingredients and seasonings, which is a teaspoon of dried dill weed, a half a teaspoon of lemon zest, a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice in a moment, and then sugar and salt. And so once again, it was really nice that I had 1 tablespoon size cubes of fresh lemon juice in my freezer. Well, here we are. It's been 4 hours since we finished these. Is this just exciting or what? I am so really thrilled with these. They've been in the refrigerator now for 4 hours. I wanted them to get a good chill so we could really have a fair and accurate taste of them after they had chilled and see how they had thickened up. So here we go. Let's start right here with the fry sauce. Just a little piece of celery, which is pretty benign. Oh yeah, this is look,
fry sauce.
yeah, this is the fry sauce, and it's really thickened up, so that's good. So let's see. Oh my goodness. That is really good, Jim. We need to start our own restaurant. Pam and Jim's Zippy Fry Sauce. It's excellent. So that's good. That will be fun. This is our ketchup. It also has thickened up. It's very nice. I quite like the taste of that. It's a bit dissimilar from what I'm used to, but it has a nice tangy taste. That will be great on everything that we use ketchup for. Now, I'm especially anxious to see if this is thickened up. Yes, it has. So this tartar sauce. Capers are great. The dill is great. It's very tangy. It will be perfect on fish. So this is a great one too. Our mayo, we used most of it in the tartar sauce and the fry sauce. But there's a little bit down in there if I can get a longer stick here. And it mounts nicely on a piece of celery. It's thick and beautiful and silky. It's a nice, mild tasting mayo. Texture is great. That little pinch of cayenne that I put in there is just, I can barely taste it. It's perfect. Okay, so this is the mustard. And you see it has also thickened up. Oh. I think the mustard is my favorite. All of these, all of them, taste, to my taste, they taste much better than what you buy on the grocery store shelves. This is so great. I'm very excited. And it's very easy for us to have the ingredients on our food storage shelves at all times so that we can just make them in a drop of a hat. So I hope you try some of these. I know some of you already do this. Let us know what the additional condiments are that you are making regularly at your home. And we can share, and everybody can be prepared for a time that we might have to make our own if we're going to have them at all. So thank you so much for being with us for this video, and we will see you very soon for more.